So what I'm about to do right here is I'm going to come through here with this grinder with this cutoff wheel, and I'm going to make little cuts all in this and perforate it down through there, slice it up, and that way I can bend it and fold it up around this end. I had to go find my safety glasses. Definitely don't want to be throwing this stuff up towards my eyes. Then I'll take a torch and heat this, tie it around, and when I heat it, I can just collapse it right into the middle. All I'm trying to do is make a seal so I can pour epoxy in. I'll cover this over so it won't leak the epoxy out. Yep, there it is. I had him help hold things and tie and clamp. I heated that pipe, and when you heat it, man, it doesn't take much. It just wants to fall apart. It doesn't take much, and that way we could smash it up in the shape. Got these sticks on the side smashing it up, and that cardboard helps seal it because I'm gonna pour epoxy through there. We worked on this front. I made the side over there by myself. I had them to help me with this one, and it got fat and had big old gaps in it, and it wasn't right. So I had to take the grinder and slice all their epoxy out of the front and get it all out of there and reclamp it down right so it was good and tight. So we got that done just now, and we got, you see, a jillion clamps because I want that front nice and tight. In fact, I'll be coming back and grinding a little bit of a radius on this so it's easy to wrap the fiberglass on it too. But for right now, we'll let that all set, and really all I need to do, we've got all four ends sealed up here now, formed up and sealed up, is I need to start mixing epoxy and pouring it at the bottom before debris, trash, dust, sawdust, leaves, any and everything start finding its way down in the bottom of this. I want to go ahead and get it filled up, and so we can start building and capping off the top of these. All right, we'll do a little stirring up over here. I pre-measured all my material, and get it to mix them one at a time, and I'll start pouring it. Well, I'm working on the outriggers again, getting these all set up. These sheets right here, they have resin on the back of them. I bolted these on with stainless steel bolts and washers going through, and epoxied the bolts through the holes at the same time. Filled the threads up full of epoxy up into the holes so no water can weep in there and rot around that. Right now these are just laying here because we are about to epoxy these down. Haven't been watching. These are a square cut copper nail made for doing this. Give a little example here. Raise that up. you an example how this is going to work. I may just kind of tack it a little bit with them, and we're going to put epoxy, and then it'll be all right once it's wrapped with glass. Very beautiful evening right now. So I went and took me a break for a little while. I was down there working at the other end, preparing it to cap it off too. Whew, I'm tired. I've been doing work all day long and into the night now. I need to go take me a shower and chill. I went up and took about a 30-45 minute rest a little bit ago, and earlier in the day I took about a 20-minute rest and sat down and ate. I actually cooked me a little food. So she fixed squid adobo with all that black ink today. I mean, it's really delicious, and I like it sometimes, but it's really only good with rice, right? Get all that black ink in that rice and everything. I'm trying to avoid the rice, so I don't want to eat just squid only, a squid adobo just to itself, and you got a black mouth. No rice to suck up the juice, so it's all in your teeth and mouth. Yeah, so I said, you know what? I'm just gonna cook me up some chicken. And there was some thawed in the refrigerator already. She already had it chopped up, you know, quartered up wings and legs and all that stuff, thighs. I said, shoot, this is on like Donkey Kong. So, hey, good morning, everybody. Man, what a nice morning so far. I tell you what, I've really enjoyed myself ever since I woke up. Mel seems to be in good spirits too. We know that's always a good thing, right? I've been out here working on the boat already, fitting little pieces down this outrigger on this side right here, little small blocks that I'm going to epoxy in, and copper nail in also to fit my pieces of wood that will allow me to cap these off. So I've been working on that, custom fitting each piece to fit perfect and level in there and getting it just so. Also, we set that big old behemoth outboard back off. It's right here, and it's handy for me to work on it right here. My tools are here, my fans here, everything. And I'm going to start ripping the whole bottom end off of this thing. Good morning, everybody. Well, I've been out here working on the boat, getting it all capped off everywhere. And right now we reared the front up and let the back way down, because before I cap these off right here, I'm going to mix fiberglass resin and make sure it pours into that very bottom. Since these are curved, I did it in the front, let the front down, but now I need to do the back before I encapsulate it. And I'm just trying to fill that little bottom tight little V void right down there that would strike anything, you know, anything like that. I want to fill it with epoxy and make it really hard. You can go down there and hit the bottom of that with a hammer all down through there right now. It is just rock solid, and that's what I want to do right back here in this very back points. Let it down, kind of fill that little tight V up right in there with some epoxy, let it harden up, and then I'll start dressing up all of this epoxy on the outside. Part of that was to be able to keep that resin in while I do this pouring, and I'll be taking the flapper disc on the grinder, starting to shape that clean it up, and get these little caps on, which are resined on the back side. Get these little caps on afterwards, and then I'll start putting my radiuses on today. Well, I have been working on the boat here, and I've got everything capped off now everywhere, and I started making these radiuses on here to pull the fiberglass around. I got chop strand mat here, which is folded, unfortunately, and I'm gonna have to lay it out over here, which I'm about to do, and start working on getting the creases out of it. But hopefully it'll come out pretty good. Try to find different ways to hold this in place while I worked it, and even though it left some little dimples, I found just using those copper nails was the easiest, and tack it in. I did pre-drill little holes. In fact, I kind of missed this one, and got it in place right there to form that radius. I also took some resin and thickened it with that silica, and did the same thing like you seen me do on this keel of this boat before, and that start working in these little corners right here, getting those sloped up. I got a little work to do right here on this piece also, but I'm getting it all prepared. I'll come back and sand this and prep. Same thing down here. I started working these also all around. Out here putting these hydraulic lines on in the dark with the moonlight. Getting the new ones on. I had to cut the old ones off with the grinder. Let me show you here. I had to cut the line off so that I could get a socket on the end of those, and just barely budge them back, forth, slowly, a little bit, then go back, and a little bit, then go back, and then go a little further, then go back all the way until you felt it finally starting to get loosened up. If not, you just get crazy and start cranking on it. You will probably strip all the threads out of it on the casting part up there. So it definitely takes patience. It probably took me every bit of 8 to 10 minutes to pull each one of these, working it slow, just gaining a little bit more movement each time. But I got that. I had to take off the anode, had to take it off back there in order to where I could get my fingers here, because it wraps right around this. So I've got it out here. The only place I haven't got loose yet is back up underneath right here, as you see, and we'll see how hard that's going to be. I've had these lines sitting here for a while to do this, and it is time to do it. I don't think I'm gonna get to back it out tonight. I mean, I guess I could. What I'll probably have to do is take these clips off right here, drive this pin over to one side, raise the cylinder up, because there's just no space to work underneath there. Like right where I gotta get a wrench is right on this little fin right here. Well, a little follow-up here. I'm making progress. I popped the clip off here and drove this back here a little bit too, so I could have a little room to wiggle here, and got this cylinder here loose, and which you pretty much have to do because there's two little bolts back here in the back and a ground strap. So I need to loosen that. Then I'll probably do the same thing. I'll just take the grinder here, nip the end of this off too, and get that line changed right there. Now I only have one more to do after this. I'm gonna follow this thing on through, but I've got all the rest of it done though, so I'm pretty excited. Woohoo! I got it, man. I got it. I tell you what, it was a little bit of a chore. You know what the one thing was that kicked my butt was the little ground strap back here on the cylinder. That thing was twisted to where it didn't want to lay flat when you're putting the screw in. It always wanted to fling around and be like a springboard, and I didn't want to cross thread. And I don't know why I tapped that one over to one side back here on this pin, because when you take the back clip and the front clip loose, all you gotta do is slide the cylinder off. So I was goofy on the first one, but I got my head in order by the second one. There's all the ends that I cut off. Yeah, there's all the little tips I cut off, so it made it easier. And now I just need to go inside and top it off with fluid, and actually I might need to flush it because I think that it also, you know, when it had a hole in it, it allows water to come in too, and notice it might have been kind of milky looking, so I'm probably gonna have to flush it out here a little bit also. Right at the moment though, my main concern is I just want to back it down in the water and run it some tonight. Good morning, everybody. Oh, good morning. I've been up for, maybe about 2.5, 3 hours now. Yeah, it's about maybe 6:30 right now. Had me a cup of coffee. Worked on the boat late last night. You know, it's not a bad work. It's kind of pleasurable to do. You know, I enjoy doing stuff. And I've been procrastinating to do those lines for a long time on the back of the boat, those hydraulic tilt lines. But it was so nice when I got it done, you know, and you just feel refreshed. You got that put behind you. Of course, anything you have in life, no matter if it's a boat, car, bike, whatever you have, house, anything, it requires maintenance and care. So anyway, aside that, I'm going to get busy here cutting fiberglass for the boat here. And it's going to run a little short on me, but I can tab that in. Well, I've been steadily working on the boat today and the other boat too. In fact, I've been up there power washing, and I asked Marvin to kind of take over there a little bit, cleaning also. So I put down one layer, or actually these are part of my tabs here. I've been tabbing in. See, I work these angles, fill those up, and I tabbed in fiberglass here. Now I'm about to bring a layer over that, and all of this is this got all CSM underneath it here right now, and I'm just kind of laying up here my next pieces and preparing them, cutting them right now, and about to lay up another layer. My goal is to get up even with this little piece of PVC that I made this round corner, and I want these are already really solid, but I know out here at the beach that they're going to get abused. You know, here locally in this neighborhood, you're just going to fight constantly, keep children off of it and all. So I need to make it as rugged as I can. And so I'll build this up on the top. I need to then build up around and down on the rest of it. But on this top, I know things are going to happen. Even myself, I might get up there and walk them sometimes out there, even in the water, you know, and walk them. And I'll probably make this like a anti-slip on the top, because there's a good chance these will get stepped on and walked on out in the water, you know, even by my wife. And hey, why not, you know? Why not? So anyway, that's deal with that. That's what's going on. I've been working the other side today also. Cap came over for a while, so I stopped and visited with him. But I've also been getting my radiuses on here, all up through there. Only place I hadn't done it is right here on this tail. And doing some sanding and prepping. I put thickened resin inside of all this. This is all solid now, as you hear. This is thickened resin with chopped up fiberglass. So I take all of my scrap fiberglass here and I just chop it up with scissors, and I'll wet it, and with a pair of gloves on, just roll it up, make little curls and all that and stuff up in there, and pack it with fiberglass reinforced resin. So now I can shape these. I can take the grinder, and even if I grind the plastic away, it's okay. because now I have something solid behind it. It worked like a mold that I can shape all that up really nice and clean. So as you see, it's all solid up in there. So that's what I've been doing on that. Same thing on this one. See, I filled it up and all here, see, through to the end, and now I can shape it all up. Well, another day's come to pass. I thought I was done with the day, but then I jumped in here and started doing more fiberglassing. So now I've got it wrapped around over to the sides. So the edges technically right along here have 3 layers, the middle having 2 already. So that's what I've got done on that so far, and kind of building it up around those pieces there, tabbing it up and over those. All that's coming out really nice. She is looking so cool, boy. Look at that. That is so cool. I'm so excited to be able to take it out before long. And it's gonna get there. It's moving along. As soon as I fiberglass those, it'll be a matter of gel coating them, gel coating the rest of the boat that I never have done, and lashing my beams. A little bit of work. There's a few other things besides that, but still, here soon it'll be floatable no matter what. I mean, it would be tough and ready to go without all the other niceties. So it is definitely on its way. Look what a nice evening it is. So I got the Sea Ray out here waiting for the tide to come in a little bit more, and I'm gonna launch it out tonight. So I'm gonna go inside and get some rest and be ready. We're also getting ready because we got a lot of guests coming in this weekend. So we got like one whole group coming, and then we got another couple coming, and then I think there might be possibly a third couple gonna be here also. They're checked with us and said they'll let us know. But they're a good possibility. So yeah, be busy around here with that, because that one group's gonna be a crew to itself, you know. We get a lot of group stuff, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Mel's all prepped up for that. She gets a little anxious, you know. She thinks about it too much before it happens. She just wants to be the best host she can be, which is pretty darn cool within itself. Oh, Mel trying to take care of the business. Yeah, trying to be on top of it. So she just wants everything to go smooth. Proud of her. Proud of her. Well, I'm gonna go up here and rest and be ready for that tide to roll in and take the boat out. Yeah, hello everybody. I'm doing a little camp time out on the water. Yeah, I'm doing me a little camp time. And I'm about to make me some hot chocolate here. I need to get my little stove out. little camping out, and I've been asleep. I just woke up. These shrimp boats was in the area, and it's just making sure I have my light on. They see me and don't wham into me. Got a motion light on the bike back there, the one I told you guys that I put. That's one I opened up and replaced the battery inside of. Man, that thing's really cool too. I like it. So yeah, let me get my little stove set up here. Go ahead and boil up enough to fill up my thermos. Go. Yeah, enjoying it. Boy, the air is nice. Yeah, it does. Those lights you see in the distance up there, those are pretty good ways away. That's in Iloilo City. I don't know what it is that I wanted to be out here on the water. I would have loved Mel to be with me. I don't think she likes a lot of this rocking action. It don't bother me at all. I don't get vertigo. I don't get motion sickness. Flying, boating, all that stuff. It's all good. I can go right to sleep in this, just like sleep like a baby. Boy, look at that. It is already a rolling here, man. It didn't take it long. Ooh, that's nice. Nice. Floating in the waters in the Philippines, having a hot chocolate, feeling the breeze. Yeah, some local fishermen here by me, I know them. So they're not even, maybe, they probably listening to me talk right now. They're probably not even 50 yards away from me here right now. Two boats, because I'm real near a prime fishing spot. And little hot chocolate. Yep, thanks to my cup here from the owner. That City Hardware cup was given to me directly by the owner of City Hardware. Look at that. Yeah, pretty cool. Appreciate it. His name's James also. Good stuff. Good stuff, boy. Happy to have this. I want to get these going. I need to leave them underneath the light here. These are glow in the dark squid lures, and they need to be underneath the light good right here a little bit. So I'll leave them sitting right here by me.